Hola muchachos, welcome here. Today's video is exciting because I'm going to be tackling my kitchen. We were just like, what is this? Dishes, appliances, absolutely horrible. Yes! Excuse me? Oh my goodness. Now, we moved here just over a year ago and we really loved everything, but the kitchen didn't work for us. So we actually are doing a really big kitchen reno. We're going to be we as in not us, are going to be tearing everything out and we're going to be getting brand new cabinets, appliances that actually work, and so on and so on. But before we start that whole situation, what me and Kieran really need to do is go through our entire kitchen, declutter, pack away, organize, see what we want, see what we don't want. So you can kind of think of today's video as like part one of our super cool kitchen reno series. We are very excited to get going with this, and let me just turn you guys around so you can see what we're working with. Turn around, every now and then I get a little nervous. You're never coming round. I'm gonna throw in some B-roll so you guys can really see our kitchen layout, but it's quite awkward and small. The kitchen in itself, like the area we are able to use up, is really large and like easily big enough for us. But the issue is that they just decided to cut the kitchen kind of in half and just put this huge connected island in, and it doesn't make sense. A lot of our appliances are broken and a lot of our cabinets are broken. So it's time to refresh this area. But first, we are going to fully declutter it, and we're also like, check this out. We are going to have, wow, I'm so good with this camera. We're gonna have to clean and tidy this area. I need my vlogging camera. Here we go. That's better. We are going to have to do a nice big kitchen cleanup. When I was referring to appliances that were broken, one of them is the dishwasher. So we've been doing our dishes by hand for the past little bit. Our oven is pretty much broken, but we are trying our best to squeeze out a few batches of cookies because we won't be having an oven for a little while, and we had some ingredients and frozen cookies that we needed to get through. My cookies and Kieran, oh no, those aren't those aren't done yet. Kieran still has to bake those. We have some still in our stasher bags. A little bit of clutter here and there just because we've mildly been preparing for our kitchen reno, do the dishes, all that. And then we can finally go through some of these and properly declutter what needs to be decluttered. With this kitchen when we first moved in was just this area. It was that too. This door is broken, but it's this area. We have this huge piece of like, what is this, quartz? Granite. We have this huge piece of granite, which is beautiful. The black is really yucky to clean because you see a lot of like the cloth residue, I guess. There's no proper way to like fully clean this thing, at least not every single time. It's just way too big for this space. And then we also were just hugely, let me show you guys. We were hugely confused by this area. This area is so huge and random. We were just like, what is this? Like, what do you do with this? It's awkward as like a breakfast nook. It's awkward to put your dining room table because it's not big enough. We used to have bar stools here, but that didn't work because I bought them at the thrift store and they broke. and we didn't really use this. We didn't utilize this huge counter space, and it's just really weird. So we're completely getting rid of this, and we're bringing the kitchen all along these walls. And then our sink is gonna be right here by the window. Okay, the kitchen in itself is a very small area, especially when you have our broken dishwasher open. It's just very small. So the idea of pushing all this back is gonna be really open and big. New appliances, more storage, because there isn't a lot of storage in this, at least not very good storage. We are keeping this pantry section here, but new cabinets and everything. And I asked for huge pull-out drawers so I can properly really see all of my food and groceries. Now, for decluttering, me and Kieran, we lived in a space, what, 700, 800 square feet before this, and that kitchen that we had in that small space we had just way more storage than this kitchen, more minimal than our last one, so I don't see us decluttering too much stuff, but there are a few things. We are gonna start taking everything out, just from cupboards in general. We're gonna take it out, we're gonna go through it, we're gonna pack up a bunch of stuff that we're gonna store for when our kitchen is completely done. It's gonna take a little bit of time, but it is going to happen, and we just need to sort through some things. Let's do it. Let's just do it. What are you waiting for? Let's do it. So beyond just organizing things and like decluttering and such, what we're also doing is seeing what we want to have for the time being. That includes like a lot of like our pills, my collagen, and some teas, and we are going to be making coffee somehow in the living room, so coffee. So this stuff we're gonna kind of be keeping in the living room area because we're gonna be changing that into like our kitchen dining room area for the time being. It should be very interesting. So we're gonna have to move this stuff over there probably later tonight, but for now we're just organizing like what we have, what we need, and what we need to keep. Cookbooks. Plant into the living room, missions jar, we can just put it somewhere. Again, you're so much taller than I think you are. when we moved when we moved in here and saw that we had built-in purified water, we were like, this is great. Where did we put our Brita?
Ooh, we had a Brita.
I know where everything is in this house, but do you know where our Brita is?
Is it above the fridge?
Yes! At least I think it still is. Can you see above the fridge? Yeah,
Just barely.
you can. Look, it's still here!
What the heck is on it?
What happened to it? It looks milky. Actually, you know what? We may want to recycle it.
Snack bin?
Keep the nuts out, but we can leave the rest. Water bottle.
I'll keep it.
Okay.
We're gonna take that out on the tree.
Okay, and so we also need to take, do you see, oh my goodness. When Kieran's in center frame, I'm like in the lower half of the, what the heck? Okay, let's push this in a little bit. I literally thought I put it down enough, and I didn't. Okay, down a little bit more. So we're gonna have to go through plates, bowls, like all the dishes, and a bunch of our cups and mugs. I don't really see us actually getting rid of any of those because we use them all. Like, we're pretty minimal with that kind of stuff. Cups in here, bowls, plates in here, and then we also have some randoms up here. Like lunch packs and matches. So we took everything, like almost pretty much all of our dishes, appliances out, and they're laid out here, and I'm just kind of overwhelmed with how much we do have. Even though like you look at it, we have 5 glasses. We literally have a couple pots and a couple pans, but it just feels like a lot. We are not going to really heavily declutter any of this because we're keeping pretty much all this. We use this all, we like this all, so that's not a huge issue.
Once the kitchen reno is done, we'll probably see what fits and
what doesn't, right?
And what doesn't make sense, and that'll be a better time to declutter.
Dude! We should do an update. Nice. Way to plan ahead. I'm just gonna quickly kind of comb through here. I think, like, honestly, oh wait, where's the mugs? They're right in front of me. These are really beautiful, but I just don't use them too often. These are like pottery mugs. They're really nice, just with the gold. You can't microwave them, so we're gonna let this go. And we have this little to-go pile right here. That's gonna go to the thrift store. It's just sitting there for now. And then we have this little pile of things that we are going to take with us into the kitchen, or not the kitchen, our kitchen living room area. We have a bunch of compostable spoons and paper plates and bowls. Kieran just finished his last batch of cookies in our broken oven, and it feels so good to finally be done with that thing. You'd preheat it and then it would turn off, and then it would drop about 100 degrees, and then you'd have to preheat it again and hope it'd get back up to like the proper temperature before your time ran out on the clock. It was just horrible, absolutely horrible. So Kieran's doing that, and I think we're gonna have to start moving this stuff somewhere. Downstairs, maybe? I'm not too sure, but we gotta get this stuff out of here because tomorrow is demo day. Into the living room, and I'll probably show you guys what our living room is gonna look like when all is said and done. So we're gonna leave our fridge, all the food there. Everything else in the kitchen, like all of our appliances, our dishes, cutlery, it has all been moved downstairs into the basement in storage for now, but now I need to go through our pantry. This is where we keep all the food in our house. Everything not refrigerated stays in here. This pantry is great and it's big, but it's so deep, so having those roll-out drawers that we're gonna get is gonna be very, very nice. For now, what I use for like the roll-out drawers is just these big bins from IKEA. They hold a lot of stuff and I'm able to slide them in and out, but it'd be nice to have some like proper ones. I need to go through what's in our pantry and keep things like cereal and instant oatmeal, because that's kind of the main thing we're gonna be eating for like breakfast and lunch. I think most of the time we're gonna try to get out for dinner. Is all empty. It's looking good, and this is where our food is at. Okay, let me just we got an airplane and Little Bear playing in the background, so hold tight. So these were the bins that I would use in the pantry. If you're curious, they are from IKEA, and honestly, I will still use them to kind of organize and divide because they still work great. I have one bin back here. It's a bigger, heftier one that we have our cereals and our breads and our spreads in. We also have our fridge as well, of course. And then the rest of the stuff we're gonna put downstairs. We should be fine, like, ant-wise, right?
We're gonna find out.
So these are the things that we are actually decluttering. This, I'm gonna ask my sister if she wants it. For all my kids, I made them baby food instead of buying it. So these are the baby cubes system. You make them, you freeze them, you thaw them. I really, really like it. So I'm gonna ask Rachel if she wants those. I have a cake stand and I just don't use it, maybe because I'm short on space, but it's not very often I use it, so we're gonna let it go for now. I have this little tea box. I'd like to get a huge one, like a 12 square storage one instead of just 4. So we're gonna let that go. I have some dishes, those mugs I told you guys about, some vases. The bin itself, I'm gonna let go. This box, I have this real marble cutting board. We're gonna let this go too. A panini maker, which honestly, I really love paninis. It's just I haven't used it, so I'm gonna let it go for a bit. If I miss it, maybe I'll re-thrift one, because this one was originally from the thrift store. And our Brita. Decluttering those. This is everything that we're going to keep in the living room. It looks pretty good and organized. And Kieran is just showing Calvin how empty it is. Like it almost, Kieran, I'm getting like, whoo, like my heart is beating like crazy. It was like when we first moved in, it was all just empty. It was all just air, empty. These what would you call these?
Corner cabinets.
Corner cabinets are so annoying. So in our new place, I asked to not have those. We have 2 of them and they're just not functional. And I asked for more drawers because we only have 4 drawers and they are quite small. But yeah, how crazy, you guys. It's like we're moving in or moving out. It's just the weirdest. I'm going to catch up with you guys in a little bit once we start kind of figuring out the living room situation. So things are put into place and food has been ordered and we are very hungry and ready for dinner, and I just feel like today was a good full day. What are you ready for, Ivy?
Bye!
We are ready for goodbye. Thank you for being here and watching today's video. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more of our super cool kitchen reno and just declutters like this. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Bye!